Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is audible to you. I hope you're able to listen to me and also able to see the PPT. Just put in a yes on the chat window in case if I'm audible. If I'm audible, just write in a yes in the chat window if you're able to listen to me. Yes, let's start from the system. Am I audible to you? Is my voice audible to you? Please type in a yes in the chat window if I'm audible. Okay, I believe in YouTube session I'm audible, but in the Zoom session I'm not receiving any responses. Okay, I'll start the session as the YouTube students were saying that I'm audible, so that's okay. I'll just start. Okay, okay, okay. So I now receive a response from Zoom guys also. Okay, great, great. Thank you so much, Chef. Okay, thank you, Vedashri, Pradeep, Adeep. Okay. Okay, so the session is about how to start the UPSC exam preparation. So when we say UPSC exam, we'll be discussing about the civil service examination, which is being done for 24 different services of administration. Few of them which you may have heard the name IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, all these. Okay, so for the first 20 minutes, I'll give you the download of how can you start your UPSC exam preparation, and then afterwards you can just ask any kind of questions that you may have while starting your preparation, or any kind of question that you may have in mind about the UPSC examination as well. The mode of communication will be English. In case you wanted to, you want me to answer in Hindi, you can just ask the question in Hindi. Okay. Okay, the first thing that comes up, while you start your preparation. So, how to start preparation? There is a pre-step, a step before that, when to start the preparation. That is also important. Okay, so there are three possible timelines when you can start your UPSC preparation. One is that while doing your graduation, at that time with the college, you can start your preparation. The second one is that after the completion of your graduation, you can, or maybe post graduation, you can start your preparation. The third is that before graduation, probably in your school days, you may plan to start your preparation that early as well. Okay. See, there is no right and wrong time. Okay. It's all about when you decide, because there is a commitment required for this examination. It's a commitment of close to 2 years, 1 year of preparation, and close to 9 months of examination. So you have, it totally depends on when you are completely ready to spend those 2 years of your life for this particular examination. Minimum 2 years, it can be 3 or 4 years, depends on how the situation pans out. But what I, if I have to compare between these three, uh, during the graduation is, I find out, is something which is better than the other two. Okay, because 11th 12th is too early to start with. There may be changes into the syllabus, there may be changes into the pattern by the time you'll come, you'll be eligible for the examination. And once you complete your graduation, there is a load onto you in terms of what you are doing, the societal pressure, and you have kind of you have lesser time to get through with the examination as such. But if you start during your second year or pre-final year of your graduation, you have got sufficient time to work on your basics, and then go for the advanced books, and you have enough, you have done enough before even the examination eligibility comes in for you. So that is the right time that I would find out, during your graduation days. But in case if your graduation is still over, I'm not saying that there is no bad timing to start. Okay, it's just if I have to compare between these three, during graduation is better. So if you're into your graduation, buckle yourself up and then start your UPSC preparation in case you wanted to get into UPSC civil services. Now, first step, so I'll tell you how to start your UPSC exam preparation step wise. Okay, so I'll be telling you close to 7-8 odd steps that you need to, do if you wanted to prepare for UPSC examination. Okay, the step one is to understand the examination. It will take around 1 to 2 days to, understand what this examination is. Just give me. Okay, so first thing first, we need to know what is this examination, how it is being conducted, what are the different stages, what is the pattern. Okay, so you first need to understand the exam. Okay, so obviously you may be knowing about there are 3 stages: prelims, mains, interview. But important is to know what is there into these stages, what is the pattern of the examination, what is the timeline of the examination. Okay, what is the eligibility of the examination. Okay, so you need to know all these things before even you start the preparation. Okay, just to give you a little idea about the timelines. So the notification, which is the forms, are being out in January, February. The prelims exam, which is the first stage, happens in the month of May, June. Then your main examination is in October, November, and then interview happens in the March, April. Okay, and by May you have the results in your hand. Okay, so the process itself would take close to 9 months, the examination process, and there is roughly 1 year that you have to spend in terms of preparation of the examination. So you have to have 2 years in your hand if you wanted to prepare for civil services. Eligibility, you just need to be a graduate between 21 to 32 years of age, and you can give the examination 6 times if you're from a general category. If you're from reserved category, there are certain age relaxation, and attempt, number of attempts are higher for students belonging to reserved category. Graduation, any graduation, you just need to be passed. There is no percentage criteria. Okay, now let's understand the exam pattern as well. So the first stage, which is the prelims exam, it is an objective type paper. Okay, so there are multiple choice questions. There are 2 papers in one day. The first paper is called General Studies Paper 1. The second paper is called General Studies Paper 2, or CSAT. Okay, the second paper is qualifying. The CSAT, Civil Services Aptitude Test. It is qualifying. That means you just need to pass in this paper. Okay, out of 200, you just need to score 66 marks. The marks are not being counted afterward. Whatever you score, you just need to pass here. Whatever is your score into your general studies, out of this 200, paper 1, it decides that you qualify for main examination or not. Main is the second stage. Okay, this stage consists of 9 papers. It's 5 days examination, and all these papers are subjective. That means you have to write long answers. The first 2 papers are called paper A and B. These are language papers. These are again qualifying. That means you just need to pass here. Okay, so these are 300 markers. One is an English language compulsory paper, and another one is where you can choose language which you wanted to appear in. Okay, based on your comfortableness. Now, once you qualify for these 2 papers, once you pass these 2 papers, the rest 7 papers comes into pictures. These are the papers for which the marks are being counted. Okay, the first is an essay paper where you have to write a long essay. Then there are 4 papers for general studies, and then there are 2 optional subject papers. So you have to choose one optional subject. There are 2 papers of the same subject. Okay, all these papers are 250 markers. So a total of 1750 marks are allotted to a main examination. Whatever be your score in main, it is you'll get an based on the cutoff, you'll get a chance to appear into an interview. So UPSC interview happens for 275 marks. Your score of interview is being added onto your main score, and a total of out of 2025, that means 1750 for mains and 275 for interview. So out of 2025, your final ranking will comes out. Okay, so that is the whole examination pattern. Okay, you really need to understand, what happens in prelims, mains, interview. So I just try to give you a little brief picture of that. What I would recommend you that you download the notification or go to Career Launcher UPSC website and read about the examination pattern and syllabus in detail. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, this is a little brief about the syllabus. So your general studies consist of history, geography, polity, economics, science and technology, ecology, environment, current affairs, all these things. Your paper 2, which is CSAT, civil services aptitude test, consists of decision making, logical reasoning, reading comprehension, mathematics up till 10th standard. So all general mental ability, all these parts. Then the main examination, first two papers are language, then you have an essay paper, then GS1 means history and geography. Okay, GS2 means polity, governance, social justice, and IR, international relations. GS3 means economics, science and technology, ecology, environment, all these parts. And then general studies paper 4 means ethics, integrity, and aptitude. You'll get more familiarized with all these terms once you start your preparation, but at the first go you must have a little knowledge of what you have to study. Okay, so you must go through the pattern syllabus once before you start your preparation. Okay. In the interviews, they test your leadership quality, judgment skill. So they'll check out your decision making skill, how logical you are into your answers, and your overall fitness to the public services. Okay, now, so once I'm done with my basic analysis of examination, then comes your second part, step 2, which is the NCERT books. So these you have to spend close to 45 to 60 days to cover up all 6 to 10 and then 11 12 books of NCERT based on the syllabus. So one thing that you need to make sure that when you study your NCERT books, you must have syllabus in your hand, and you need to compare that what I'm studying into the books is a part of my UPSC syllabus or not, because not all chapters are important in NCERTs. Okay, you need to cover up polity, history, geography, economics, and science, all these NCERTs from class 6 to 10th, and for few like history, geography, 11th, 12th as well. Okay, you need to go strictly according to the syllabus. Okay, so once you spend sufficient amount of time with NCERT, what will happen is that your base is done. Okay, so you have your basics in right place. Second, you have got confidence because these are easy to read books. So the kind of questions that you have in starting, when you are starting your UPSC preparation, that am I be able to do it? It's kind of a toughest examination. It's very complex exam. So you have a lot of queries, questions about yourself, when you start your preparation. But when you do your NCERT books at the starting, what will happen is that you gain confidence because they're easier to do. So before starting, before getting onto the advanced books, it becomes easier for you. It becomes a little motivating for you when you do your NCERT books at the start. Okay, also it covers close to 35 to 40% of the general studies syllabus. Okay, so all the more reason to do NCERTs at the first place. So spend your first 45 to 60 days with NCERTs. Okay, instead of making notes, just make some then and there notes, because NCERT itself is very easy language books. Okay, they are written in a very fluid language. So you just need to mark important portions out there so that you can revise well at the time of revision. That's it. Now, once you're done with your NCERTs, okay, there is one question for you, all of you. Okay, so this question comes directly from NCERT. So I just wanted to show you or give you a little piece that UPSC also asks direct questions from NCERT as well. So they are important. Let's see if you can answer this particular question. The Nagara, the Dravid, and Vesara, what are these? So you have option A, B, C, D in front of you on the screen. If you can on the chat window, just answer me what's your answer. So 30 seconds to all of you. Just put in your answer on the chat window. Okay, no one has answered. Anyone? Any guesses? Any wild guesses? What do you think? Akhil, you can just type in the chat window your answer. Okay, Jitendra is saying C. These are three main style of Indian temple architectures. Okay. Any other answers? Akhil, you were raising hand. You can just probably go to the chat window and yeah, Akhil has also answered C. Great, great. Okay, so this is the right answer. Yes. So Nagara, Dravida, and Vesara, these are temple architectural style. Okay, and this is from your class 11th NCERT books of art and culture history. Okay, so that's what. Okay, so Vedashri, Adi, you have also answered correctly. Great, great. Okay, so just wanted to show you that this particular question comes in prelims examination of 2018, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so actual examination question also comes directly from NCERTs. Okay, so NCERTs are important. Now, step one, step two, done. Now, step three is you need to start your current affairs, taking seriously, reading your current affairs. So probably reading a newspaper, reading few magazines, PIB, PRS websites. So this step will go on till your examination. Okay, so I would probably suggest you to start your current affairs only once you complete your NCERT, so that you have a little knowledge about basic concepts of economics, basic concepts of polity, so that you'll be able to understand news in the way UPSC demands. Okay, so these newspaper Hindu, Indian Express, which are being advised to read for UPSC examination, are little complex to read. uh, they're a little boring. So until unless you don't have your basics right in terms of polity, economics, then it becomes difficult to understand the language. Okay, so that is why I would say, once you complete your NCERTs, then give your full focus onto these. One another thing about current affairs is that restrict your sources, because there are too many sources available right now because of the internet. So there are a lot of compilations, a lot of daily notes from different sources that you may find out on internet. So you need to decide which you're gonna follow every day. Okay, do not go for too many sources. Okay. Uh, Also, try to look at the syllabus and past year question papers, so that you'll get a little knowledge about what kind of questions, how they connect current affairs with general studies. Okay. Akhil is asking, sir, I asked you yesterday about geography optional test series. Uh, Akhil, I don't think so. You have asked me. There must be another speaker. Uh, okay, because I don't take geography optional, but still, we'll come up with a geography optional test series very soon. Okay, so probably you will hear from us in the month of January, mid-January, about a test series for geography optional for sure. Okay. So we have already started our geography optional course structure. So we'll shortly start with our geography optional test series also. Okay. Uh, okay. So Jitendra is asking, should we read PIB, Kurukshetra, etc. at starting or start to win? So if you're asking that, what time frame of current affairs that we need to do, so 12 months prior to the examination is more important. Okay, if you have time, then you can also probably go a little 6 months behind and get done 18 months prior to the examination. But if you don't have time, 12 months is something which is sufficient enough. Okay, now I have you know uh, given you a little idea about what kind of sources that you can refer to while doing your current affairs preparation for UPSC. So you can refer to one of the newspaper, either the Hindu or Indian Express. Then you need to refer the economic survey and budget of that particular year when you are giving your examination. You need to go through the PIB PRS website probably once a week or twice a week, and then Yojana and Kurukshetra, some kind of a monthly magazine, so that you need to follow every year. So if you're doing this much for the whole year, good enough. Matlab, there is nothing that you need to do anything else other than the practice. Uh, for newspaper, so this is something that I've created for students who were kind of asking. The newspaper is a very bulky proposition, and we feel that we are wasting a lot of time by reading things which are not required for UPSC examination. But the problem is that they don't been able to understand or classify which is important and which is not important. So I've just made that classification for you in the table in front of you. So anything which is national or international of international or national importance, this is something that you must read. Any editorial from Hindu or Indian Express, you must read. Business page, economics page, you must read. Science and tech and environment, ecology, biodiversity articles, you must read. Anything related to sports and entertainment, other than it's a national award, you should ignore that. Any day-to-day political statements, anything of state and local news, any stuff news, kind of crime news, any kind of press conferences, just leave them aside. Okay, no need to read them. Anything else which is not into these two classification, you need to check out if you have time, read them. Otherwise, just ignore them as well. Okay. Uh, in the YouTube section, Pradeep and Adeep is asking for history optional and sociology optional. So Pradeep and Adeep, we are working on introducing few more optionals into our product bouquet, but it will take a little time. I cannot be committing you right now. Geography optional we have already started, so geography optional test series is something that is in works. So we'll surely do that. About other optional subject, we are working on that, but I'm not sure when we are able to release them. Okay, once I'm done with step 3, which is current affairs, starting my current affairs, step 3 will goes on till the examination. So current affairs will goes on till the examination. Then the fourth step is finalizing my optional subject. Okay, so you need to, there are 26 optional subject choices that UPSC gives, and you need to finalize one subject that you will gonna give examination into. Okay, so this is something that you need to do. That is step 4, and then step 5 is reference books. The advanced books. So I'm done with my NCERTs. I have basic knowledge of polity, geography, economics, history, but there is still more that you need to work out to get into UPSC examination. Okay, to get through the mains examination. So I need to read some specific specialized books. I've written few names. These are not. I'm not saying you have to read from them only. I'm just giving you just to give you an examples. There are other booklets as well. You need to find out which is working for you. Okay, so these reference books needs to be covered in the next 6 months around. Okay, so there are few names. You may decide to read from them, or maybe you can find your own writer, that author that you find. There are a hell lot of number of books which are available into the market for each subject. Now, stage 5 also have part 2. Okay, so once you start with your advanced books, you also need to start, kind of doing these activities. So this is part of current affairs only, but in a little different way. You need to also start focusing on your answer writing. Okay, which is your mains, which is a part of your mains examination. So in mains, just knowing the things is not enough. You need to know how to pen them out into set of words, specific set of words, because you have word limit out there. Okay, so probably in part 2 you also need to start making your notes, your answer writing practice, and going through your current affairs. That will go on. Then comes the stage 6, which is the last stage, nearby to examination. It will be close to 2 months prior to the examination of prelims and 2 months prior to mains, between prelims to mains, where you will be revising your concepts and you will be joining a test series. So you'll do a sufficient practice. Okay, so you'll attend a lot of mocks. So prelims mocks before the prelims examination and mains mocks before the main examination, which will set the tone for the final examination that you're going to appear into. Okay, so that's how you can prepare for UPSC examination. In case you have any question of what I have discussed or any other question related to exam, I would be happy to take them. Also, these kind of sessions you can find on our YouTube channel. So this session also, if you wanted to rewatch, you can just search for Career Launcher UPSC on YouTube, or Telegram. You can search Career Launcher IAS or Career Launcher UPSC. You'll find a lot of good stuff, a lot of content freely available onto these two channels. Okay, so I would now open the house for any kind of questions that you want to ask. Akhil has asked a question, sir, how much time we should give for optional subject in a day? See, it doesn't work like this. Okay, you need to decide. So, for example, if you are preparing for UPSC examination, there is general studies, there is optional, there is a specific syllabus for each one of them. You have to kind of divide the syllabus and find out, what you wanted to achieve in this particular week, let's say, or in this particular month. And based on that, you will study, if today I have to cover one particular topic of optional subject. If it takes 3 hours, I have to study for 3 hours. If it takes 6 hours, I have to study for 6 hours. So it doesn't work like this that I decide the number of hours that I'm going to spend today. It totally should be dependent on the subject, or the portion that you need to cover up in a particular week or particular month. Okay. Okay, so Pradeep is asking for live classes. So I'll just give you a little idea about what we do. Okay, so I belongs from Career Launcher IAS. What we do is we do set of live and recorded courses for UPSC examination. So we do close to 30 plus courses. All of these courses are objected to make your life easier in terms of your UPSC exam preparation. These are anytime, anywhere, 24/7 access courses. We have been doing them for past 4.5 years. These online courses. So it's been a lot of mind and efforts that has been gone into to make them perfect. Now with the pandemic situation, most of the student cannot have access to official offline kind of coaching environment. So what we are trying to do, we are giving them the same environment into online. That's what our motto 4.5 years back as well. Now all the classes that we provide you, if they're live classes, you'll get a recording of that, and if they're recorded, then obviously you'll get the recorded classes, and all of them comes with an unlimited views of the time period that you've joined us. Okay, these are super affordable courses. They are available at close to 10 to 15% cost of what you get at any other place, into the major player. Now, so one course that we do is called UPSC All Access Program. This is basically where you'll get access to all of our programs in one particular subscription. There are option of subscribing for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. The 12-month subscription is available at 21,000, which is like 1,750 per month. You also have a GS Foundation at Home program, which is available for 1 year, 2 year, and 3 year duration. So based on your target year, so if you are appearing for 2021, there is a 1 year program. If you're appearing for 2022, there is a 2 year program, and there is a 3 year program. It starts from 11,499, including everything. Okay, this includes your general studies, all 4 papers, prelims, mains. It with some cost, it will also include your CSAT test series, your ebooks, your class notes, current affairs magazines, current affairs classes. All these are part of it. We also do some specific courses like NCERT, maps, India Yearbook, so you can join for these as well. We also do a personalized course where you can get a one-to-one mentor for the whole year. These are the results that the recent result that has been announced by UPSC for Civils exam 2019. So we have 6 ranks out of top 50, and this is our past result. So that's all about Career Launcher IAS. In case you have any queries, I'll just wait for any query that you may have. So Jitendra is saying thank you, Pradeep is saying thank you, you're most welcome. Okay, last 30 seconds in case you have any query. Otherwise, I'll just close the session. Okay, great. Thank you so much, and I hope I've been able to help you out in your UPSC preparation. And I would like to see you again in some of my other session. All the very best for you UPSC exam preparation. Take care. Adip is saying thank you. Most welcome. Take care. Bye bye.